Yeah. It's that victory talk. We almost on time today. Almost. We about to get it in, man. It's about to get crazy. We got a lot to talk about. You know what it is, man. This is Victory Talk Podcast. We're going to show you how to improve your money, muscle, and your mindset. Let's get it. Yeah. It's that Victory Talk Podcast. Episode 225. Man, we doing this shit. I am your host, Big Brandon Carter, BBC, the king of ketosis, Gymnasium Jesus, Jesus de Gimnasio para mi gente, the Southside Savior. All right. And I'm not alone. I couldn't do this alone. I don't know how to work the shit. And I don't want to know. And I don't need to know because we got the beast from the Middle East, Nima. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Best podcast producer in the game.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. Well, you usually hear with you know what I'm saying? Queen Plantain, my girlfriend. But she in the Dominican Republic right now. She's been sending me pictures and videos from her in Dominican Republic. She there with her family. And you know, going to DR with your girlfriend is like getting a bunch of sand, putting in your pocket and bringing it to the beach. So I was like, nah. Well, I gotta go to DR. I got a Dominican bitch in my bed. You know what I'm saying? Well, I got to travel for it. You know what I'm saying? And so she down there, man. She's sending me pictures and shit, videos. I seen pictures of some fucking pigs giving birth. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? There's goddamn roosters walking around. Like this shit look like. You ever seen City of God? It's a movie about Brazil in the hood. That's what this shit look like. Should look awful. This should look real third world over there. That should make the south side of Chicago where I'm from. Should make it look like should make the south side of Chicago look like Rodeo Drive. You know what I'm saying? That should make O Block look like Fifth Avenue. So she out there, man, you know what I'm saying, milking cows or some shit. I don't know. Milking cows. Climbing trees. I don't know what they do out here in DR. She with the family though. She not with her girls though. Don't let your girls go on girls trips. You know how many bitches I fucked who had boyfriends at home who was on girl trips? Countless, nigga. Countless. And I ain't even the motherfucking hottest guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a strong 7. Imagine when she run into a motherfucking 8 or a 9. She's gonna be giving that pussy up. Anyway. But she out there with La Familia, so it's safe. You know what I'm saying? Her parents ain't gonna let her do nothing crazy, man. They don't want to fuck up the bag. I'm the retirement plan. For sure. Yo, we got a lot we want to talk about today, man. We're going to talk about ways to improve your motivation because some of y'all lazy ass bitch niggas, right? We're going to talk about ways to get money, high income skills that won't be replaced by AI. God damn it. All right. And we're going to talk about, you know what I'm saying? Some of y'all down bad. I talked to some of y'all down bad. We're going to show you how to make a fucking epic comeback. All right. Epic comeback. But also, real quick, I just tell y'all a quick story. Maybe I had enough jokes for this. All right, quick story. My son, he lives in Georgia with his mom. I'm divorced, right? They moved to Georgia. I moved here, right? And I see him every other week. Every other week I'm down there kicking it with the homie. And we FaceTime all the time. We text each other all day. He's 8. And when he was like 6. And we were on FaceTime. And he said, I'm glad mom's not poor. And I was like, what? Excuse me? He's like, I'm glad mom's not poor like Jack's mom. And I said, what the? Hey, buddy, who the fuck is Jack? And I'm thinking, what's wrong with his mama's pussy, man? Why can't she come out and get some money? And bitch, every time I hear about a bitch being broke, I'm thinking, man, yo, bitch, you got an ATM machine between your legs, man. You should go. What are you doing? Now you're not even trying. But anyway, he was like, Jack's. I'm glad my mom's not poor like Jack's dad, like Jack's mom. I'm like, nigga, who the fuck is Jack? And he said, Jack and the Beanstalk. I guess they had read that shit in school, And if y'all don't know about Jack and the Beanstalk, Jack's daddy had died. His mom was a widow, right? And she was po. Her daddy ain't leave him nothing, right? So she was po. And all these motherfuckers had was a cow, I guess. And Jack's dumbass, he traded the cow for some magic beans. Motherfucking get rich quick scheme. Motherfucker Jack fell with a get rich quick scheme, or so we thought. Jack planted them beans. That shit grew to the sky. So he climbed that shit. He go up in the clouds where a giant lives. And first thing Jack thinks, I don't know what. We didn't get a lot of Jack's backstory, but Jack was a thug, obviously, because the first thing he thinks of when he's in the cloud and he sees the giant, he thinks, I'm gonna rob this nigga. So Jack motherfucking steals the giant's gold and a fucking goose that lays golden eggs. Jack robbed this nigga. And that's the story. I'm like, why are they teaching this shit to kids, man? The giant was fucking chilling, balling, man. Fucking living in the clouds with a bunch of gold, and this goddamn kid robs him for no reason. Like this, that story is morally ambiguous, to say the least. And I don't know what the moral of the story is. I mean, I guess it's like sell everything for a get rich quick scheme and then rob niggas. You know what I'm saying? So I guess my son was like glad that he didn't have to fucking fall into a life of crime, because that's what happens when your parents is poor. You fall into a life of crime. That's the moral I took from it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, rich kids ain't out here fucking breaking into people's homes and robbing them like Jack's bitch ass. And I ain't got no point to that except for like, don't be poor. Otherwise, your parents gonna grow up to be your kids gonna grow up to be goddamn burglars. It's a story old as time. That was a metaphor. If you poor, your kids become goddamn villains. Jack was the villain of the story. The giant was chilling, fucking chilling, until he got robbed by Jack. And my son was like, yeah, man, he was like, yo, dad, I'm just really glad mom's not poor and I ain't got to rob niggas. I'm like, man, do your math homework. Why are you learning about this shit? Hey, I don't want you to be poor. All right. And that's why we doing a live training. Oh, did you know about we were doing a webinar? That's why we're doing a live training. So you're not poor like Jack's mom. I'm doing a live training on Wednesday where I'm gonna show you how to grow your online fitness business. I've helped over 15,000 people grow successful online fitness businesses, and I'm gonna show you how to do it for free. It's going to be live training. I'm going to break down the whole business. How you can market yourself online, how you can stand out amongst all the competition, how you can get your first clients, and how you train them so they get great results. I'm going to break the whole shit down. It's going to be all about helping you get your first clients. All right. Because if you get 25 clients, because here's the thing. The online training, the way I teach it, there's 3 different pricing structures. You can do 12 weeks for $1,000. You can do monthly for $300, or you can do weekly for $80 a week. And if you get 25 people paying you $80 a week, that is $104,000 a year. $104,000. And that's why I'm doing the training this week to show this on Wednesday to show you exactly how to do it. Neiman's going to put the link in the description. He going to let me know when it's in there. He going to let me know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to keep stalling until it's in there. We got, he said it's 10 seconds. It's 10 seconds. We don't people who do this live. Should have told him before this, but I didn't. It's there now. Let's go, man. Shout out to Nemo. Link in the description. Sign up now. Link is in the description. Go ahead and post it in the comments for him. Yeah, he's going to post it in the comments too. It's 100% free, and we're going to have a good time. I'm going to answer all your questions. It's going to be lit. It's going to be lit. And guess what? I'm not going to sell you anything on it. Yeah. Most people do these trainings and they sell you something. You won't be able to buy nothing from me. If you say, yo, Brandon, I want to buy something for you right now, I'd be like, you can't, motherfucker. Ain't nothing for sale on the fucking training. All right. So it's 100% free and nothing for sale. Link in the description. All right. That was the first sponsor for today, me. Second sponsor is Thought Repellent. Thought Repellent is a product Nima and I've been working on for, a little while now. All right. Nima went into Iran. That's where he's from. He got together their best scientists and helped us put this together, Iranian scientists. And they've been enriching the formula for this for a long time. So we're about 2 weeks away from dropping this bomb on the public. Our Iranian scientists are about 2 weeks away from dropping this bomb on the public, but we need your help. Thought Repellent. Now, what it does is it's genetically engineered to keep the hoes away from you. The good women, they're going to love you. They're going to be more attracted to you because you smell so good. But the whores, the thoughts, the sluts, the skanks, the Jezebels, skeezers, hood rats, they won't be able to get close to you. It will be an impenetrable force field. All right. So we think we should be 2 weeks away, but we need your help. All your super chats go towards development for Thought Repellent. And I'm gonna answer all your and I'll read your super chats live. I'll read your super chats live. You know what I'm saying? Someone said, yeah, 2 weeks away. Listen, it's Iranian 2 weeks. Iranian 2 weeks. So you know how Netanyahu said that Iran was 2 weeks away from having a bomb. Since I was a fucking kid in the 80s, he's been saying that shit. Still ain't got no bomb. It's Iranian 2 weeks is different. All right. I'm gonna answer all your super chats, but right now let's talk about some ways to get some of this fucking money. Let's talk about it. AI is coming to destroy you and your income unless you got these skills. In this video, I'm gonna break down. I'm gonna break down. How many do I got? 7. In this video, I'm gonna break down 7 high income skills that will make you a ton of money and make sure you're not replaced by AI. Because the robots are coming for us. They've been telling us this since Terminator 2, The Matrix, Terminator 3. Motherfucking, I think they had like 4 Terminators. The Matrix Reloaded. That was the plot of that. The Matrix Revolution. All the Matrices and all the Terminators was about the robots coming for us. It's starting now. So before Skynet takes your job, we're going to show you some of the skills that won't be replaced. High income skills. If you can master any of these skills, you'll be balling out of control. And whoa, what was that? My voice went up an octave on accident. And this is why people don't do it live. This is why people don't do this shit live. Right? And if you are broke, motherfucker, right now, these are the skills you need to stop being broke and start balling. I'm going to break down exactly what they are, why they're not going to be replaced by AI, and how you can start from zero, master these skills, and start balling immediately. Let's get into it. All right. Skill number 1, cybersecurity specialist. Right. Cybersecurity is a growing field. All right. And AI can't replace it because hackers are getting more creative, and hackers are using AI to hack. They're using AI to get their hack on. All right. So now we need more cybersecurity specialists in every field. Every business is going to need this. Right. And if you got a business that doesn't involve this, you're going to need somebody to cybersecurity. You're going to need somebody to cybersecurity your business. Now, this involves protecting data systems and networks from cyber threats. All right. And they're getting more advanced. They're getting more advanced, you know. And this is, you know, the motherfucking hackers and the haters all got AI now, right? It used to be just the hackers with the AI. Now the fucking regular haters got AI. The motherfucking, yo bitch got AI, right? And she might try to hack into your phone to see all the hoes you messaging. I know it's frightening. I don't want to alarm you, but this is happening. This is the world we live in now. Now, here's the thing. The income potential for this is crazy, right? So it starts at 6 figures. If you are a specialist, it starts at 6 figures, but it can go up to multi 6 figures, $300,000-$400,000 in some cases, depending on your skill level and depending on who hires you. All right. Now, how do you start from zero? The cool thing is there's a low bar of entry for this, right? So there's free courses you can take. One is, here's one. Let me bring it up. All right. Right. So here's a free course on Coursera, right? And this is made by IBM, right? IBM Cybersecurity Analyst Professional. You get that certificate, all right? And it's free. You can get in there, right? And it's made for beginners, flexible schedule. Coursera does not pay me to promote this shit. I'll take the money though. If you motherfuckers are watching, I promise you, I'll take all your money. And if you don't give it to me, you're going to need regular security. You're going to need a nigga security specialist. If I don't get some bread from shouting you motherfuckers out. All right. So that's a free resource to learn cybersecurity. Here's another one, another free resource. Hold on, let me go ahead and accept the cookies. Right. This is a certification. This is a free resource. You can get it at this. I don't know how to say that, man. CompTIA. Right. You can learn how to do that shit. I found another resource for you guys. This one's called Hack in the Box. Let me go ahead and accept the cookies. I'm not confident this is free or not. No, this ain't free, but you can get a demo for free. Right. And this is where you can like practice cybersecurity shit. You know what I'm saying? And you can get your fucking practice on and get good at this shit. Hack in the Box. That's a clever name. Wait a minute. Hold up. Look at the fucking stock footage they put on this shit, man. Motherfucker on the moon, bitches running. They just put anything on this shit. The fuck that got to do We're keeping my data safe.
I think they're going over the performance.
Yeah, I'm seeing they just said, somebody said stock footage. Someone said stock footage and just dumped it all in there. But there it goes. It's hacking the box. You know what I'm saying? The next skill, the next high income skill that won't be replaced by AI. In fact, AI is going to propel this to the forefront is software engineers. Software engineers, right? But you got to be a full stack software engineer, right? Because AI can do a lot of coding. I've been vibe coding shit. I made softwares for myself. I know how to make agents and shit. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. To make it full stack, you still got to connect a whole bunch of shit. You can use Claude Code to code something, or you can use Lovable to code some shit. But those are just like front end UIs, right? If you want it to be full stack, you got to connect it to other shit. Not everybody knows how to do that. So qualified full stack engineers can make 100K easy, 100K easy. Even more than that, though. It's like the income potential is kind of unlimited with this, especially if you can start your own company. Like that was just for a job. But if you can start your own business with some of the software, you can make a lot of money. I know a kid, he's 17 years old. All right. And he dropped out of college because he started a company. He was a software engineer. He started a company and they just got $17 million in venture capital funding for his business. All right. He dropped out of Columbia. And it was, it was actually, I don't know if I want to say it. I ain't gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? But he got 17. I know the kid, right? And so this is like super lucrative even now. Okay. It's full stack software engineering. Right? So how can you start from zero and learn how to engineer some software? All right. So if you go to Free Code Camp, there is a stack development curriculum. Right. Listen, you can take the thought repellent part off. Yeah. My fault. Right. Yeah, I know you're doing a lot of shit over there. Right. But Free Code Camp, listen, they did not give a fuck about the UI on this. They wasn't trying to make it pretty. All right. But it's free. And they have a certified full stack developer curriculum. All right. And you can start learning this shit, man, for free. It's free. It's free. And it saves your progress. It's lit. It's lit. Then there's another free resource called the Odin Project. I'm not confident this is free, right? But it has a whole curriculum, right? Career in web development starts here. Boom, full stack curriculum. Oh, it's free and supported by passionate open source community. So this is another free resource. It's free, Boom. You can fuck with that shit, the Odin Project, or you can post projects on GitHub. Right, you can start working on shit and post it on GitHub. These are all resources that you can use to become a full stack developer, and you can get hired by a company, make easy 6 figures, or you can start your own shit. Right? Instead of fighting against the AI future, leverage that shit. Start leveraging that shit. The third skill, the third high income skill that won't be replaced by AI, but it will actually be enhanced by AI, is AI machine learning specialist. All right. So this is a person who designs and trains and optimizes AI systems and maybe even AI agents. So I know some people now who have AI agencies who are making money, and they developed proprietary AI softwares or integrate AI systems into companies. For example, my boy Jeremy, he pays a dude 6 figures just to be his AI guy. right? My boy Jeremy makes a lot of money. He pays a dude like well over 6 figures just to be his fucking AI guy. And he does a whole bunch of AI shit for him. And Jeremy had him take all of his content that he's ever put out on the internet, all his courses, all his trainings, upload it into a large language model, and they made something called AI Jeremy. So now any of his students, instead of fucking hitting up Jeremy for fucking help, they can just go to AI Jeremy and fucking get their questions asked. He gave me access to it. I be up in AI Jeremy. Pause. Damn. Hey yo. I utilize that interface as well and communicate with AI Jeremy when I got a question I don't want to bother him with. But companies are paying a lot of money for this, man. And you could start your own company, like my boy who made AI Jeremy, where he actually does it for other people. In fact, I hired him to do some AI stuff for me at one point as well. So how do you learn this shit? Well, you can go to Code Academy, and they have a program, and it's free, and it's called Python for Beginners. You can learn Python, because Python, if you want to fuck with the large language models, you should probably know this code, right? And it's free, 100% free. All right. Then you can go to Andrew's machine learning course. This is on Coursera. This is free as well. Supervised machine learning, regression and classification, right? By Deep Learning AI. This is free. All right. You can go to Coursera. Hey, Coursera. It's 2. All right. And you could also, once you have some skill underneath your belt, you can go to GitHub and participate in some of their shit right here with their machine learning projects. All right. These are ways you can start from zero. I mean, even if you don't know shit, even if you a motherfucker in the hood with a Chromebook, you can start learning this shit, man. You know, you can start learning this shit. Now, we're going to get away from the computer shit for high income skill number 4. And this is high ticket sales and closing. AI is a long way from replacing salespeople. We a few years out, right, before it can do it effectively. Because I've seen all of the programs that are available commercially, and none of them can fuck with a good closer yet, at least. You know, people want to talk to people, and I almost feel like it won't replace closers, but maybe it can at some point. You know, it's difficult for me to foresee the future. I ain't even noticed 10 years ago, all this AI shit would have sounded crazy to me. Would have sounded like a fucking would have sounded like somebody's acid trip dream, right? But it's real now. So who knows what it's going to be like, you know, 5-10 years from now. But we're ways off. Like, some of that software exists, but it's not good. It's not good, or at least it's not as good as talking to a real person. Right. So we still got a long ways to go before it can replace humans. All right. And so you can become a salesperson for anybody who sells any sort of high ticket product or service. You know, I know motherfuckers who walk around selling solar, making cool money. My salespeople make, you know, multiple six figures per year. And if you can learn that skill and master it, you'll never go broke. I'm telling you, you'll never go broke. People will always need salespeople. I really believe that we'll always need salespeople, because it's different talking to a robot than being face to face with a human being. We're definitely a few years, if not decades, off from robots selling people, right? We're a few years off. right? So this is gonna make you some money. How can you learn that? Well, this one's a little more difficult because you can learn all the scripts, you can learn all the tactics. I'll give you some books that may be helpful. The 1 Minute Salesperson, that's one of my favorite sales books. It's a really thin book. I read it when I was 19 and I was doing a sales internship for Abbott Laboratories. And my manager recommended that book. He said he thought it was the best. And he made a lot of money doing sales. So I recommend that one. Definitely How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's not necessarily a sales book, but it's my favorite book. And it's in the name. Win Friends, Influence People, right? What do you think sales is? Like, that's what sales is. Jordan Belfort's book is fine. The Way of the Wolf. It's cool. You know, it's not great, not awful either. And there's a lot of free resources on YouTube, but you can learn all the shit you want. You can take all the classes and courses you want, man. But if you want to learn sales, you got to do it. You got to do it. Right. So if this is a path you want to go down, get any sales job you can get, even if it's a fucking restaurant. Like, being a waiter in America is a sales job, because what you want to do is you want to run that bill up. And if you can run that bill up, you will get what? A higher tip. Right. So you got to sell them on the fucking shit, on the best shit to buy. Right. I think that was my first sales job. Well, my first legal sales job was a server in DC. But any sales job you can get, man, fucking real estate broker, anything, it doesn't matter. Right. And you're going to have to really practice. So if you can get you and your friends, if you got some other sales friends, role play, pause. You want to role play with them, pause. One of you guys, the customer. One of you guys is the potential client, the lead. The other person is the salesperson, right? And you start going over your scripts, handling different objections, throwing them at each other. Me and my sales team, we do role play, pause, every morning. Every morning. I'm on there at 8 a.m. with the sales team. All right. And it helps. It helps a lot, man, because you got to practice. You got to practice if you're a salesperson, because think about fucking the best sports athletes, right? Kevin Durant is practicing every day. You know what I'm saying? Giannis Diambakupo is practicing every day. Ronaldo, I'm sure he's practicing every day. I ain't never seen a soccer game before. I never seen a soccer ball in real life, but I'm confident you don't get to be the best in the world without practicing every day. And even when you are the best, you still got to practice. The best basketball team ever, the 96 Chicago Bulls, when you watch the documentary on them, they said that the practices were more difficult than the games. And that's how we run our sales role play. Like, we make sure it's more difficult than the actual sales call they would be on. And that way, when you get on the sales calls, it's easy. You got to practice. All right. And if you're looking for a commission-based job, you can go on Indeed or LinkedIn and just start applying, man. Start applying for anything. Just get, if you're brand new, you need to get any sales job you can get. Any sales job you can get to learn. All right. The fifth high income skill that won't be replaced by AI is coaching. Yes, coaching. Some of you might be thinking, man, some of you might be thinking, man, AI can replace coach. Can it though? Can it though? You think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to have ChatGPT coach the fucking team next season? Or they going to have Andy Reid coach the team next season? You get what I'm saying? You think Claude is going to coach the fucking Warriors next season? Or is it going to be Steve Kerr? You know, coaching is different, because coaching is not just telling somebody what to do. It's also making sure they do it. It's also keeping them accountable. And AI cannot do that, right? Because there's no consequences if you don't do some shit that Gemini told you to do. There's no consequences if you don't do some shit that DeepSeek didn't tell you to do, right? But if you have a coach, now you have somebody to keep you accountable, right? Some of y'all lack discipline now, and you got access to all the fucking AI tools. But if you had a coach, someone keeping you accountable, you wouldn't be as motherfucking undisciplined as you are, right? So any sort of coach is going to work really well in the future, because people always had enough information. Like, we always had books, we always had we've had the internet for decades. We've always had books. It wasn't a lack. It's never a lack of knowledge that stops people from accomplishing their goals. It's someone keeping them accountable. All right. And coaching requires empathy and adaptability and human connection. That's the most important part, because people can ignore machines, but they can't ignore a human bugging them. You know what I'm saying? Especially a human that they paid, right? Coaching is not going to go away from AI. AI is not going to get rid of coaching, right? So how do you get into it? Well, I run a business where I teach people how to become online fitness coaches, right? And I actually do have a free resource for you on, I'm doing a live training where I'll show you exactly how to grow your online fitness business. I'm going to break down how you can get clients, how you can stand out, and how you can train your clients so they get great results. I've helped over 15,000 people grow their online fitness businesses, and I'm going to show you how to do it for free. For free. The link's in the description. It's going to be a live training. Click the link. It should be, if it's live, if you can sign up, then it works, right? If you can't sign up, then you missed the shit, motherfucker. But it's going to be free, and I'm not going to sell you anything on the call. In fact, if you come in trying to buy something, you won't be able to. It's going to be 100% free. It's going to be 100% live, and I'm going to answer all your questions. All right. The link is in the description. Then you may be thinking, how much money can you make as a coach? Well, I'm going to speak for online coaches, right? But I'm sure you can extrapolate this for any sort of coaching service you may have. If you get 25 clients paying you a mere $80 a week, which is not a lot of money, it's not a lot of money at all. If you go to an in-person gym, the average in-person training session is about $100 a session. You got to see that motherfucker like 3 times a week, right? So you're paying like $300 a week, right? $80, and that coach is not even going to be tracking your macros for you or making sure that you hit your calorie goals. But online training, the way I teach it, that's like the main part, because you can't out train a bad diet, but you can out diet bad training, right? So we really focus on the diet while I teach. But anyway, $80 a week. That's just one of the pricing models. I'm going to go over all the other ones in the training, but let's say $80 a week. If you get 25 clients paying you $80 a week, and you keep an average of 25 clients for a year, 52 weeks, that is $104,000 a year for just 25 clients. You don't need millions of followers to get 25 clients. You don't need to run ads to get 25 clients. You don't need to build a website to get 25 clients. All you need is the knowledge that I'm going to give you on this free training. All right, click the link to sign up. But let's say you already know how to train people, right? You already know how to get people great results in whatever field you have, right? But you don't have clients. What you want to do is train some people for free. Like, put some posts out on social media, say that you're going to train some people for free for like a month or so. And you're going to do that in exchange for testimonials, right? And some of the people are going to fall off because they didn't pay, right? The more you pay, the more you pay attention. So you want to get, 5 to 10 people that you're going to train for free if you're just starting, right? And the hopes is that at least half of them stay on, right? But they didn't pay. So the more you pay, the more you pay attention, right? They're not invested. But if at least half of them stay on, right, and get results, then you're going to use those results as testimonials to get your first paying clients. And you're going to hit those people up after a month and say, hey, if you want to keep this going, you want to keep getting results like this is my price, And that's how you get your first clients. I'm going to teach you that and more on the live training. Click the link in the description. The 6th high income skill that will not be replaced by AI is Creative director and brand strategy. Now, this entails creating unique brand identities, campaigns, and marketing stories. Now, AI can't replace this 100% just now, but AI can make this job so much easier. It can make this so much easier, and it just requires creativity, cultural context that can be automated. Right? Here's how I know. AI is not that good with context. For example, if I bring up ChatGPT, the new one, ChatGPT 5, and I'll say, what should I tell her to say? I wanted to say something, but I wanted to say it like me. She knows who I am.
Like an advice?
Yeah, some advice.
Maybe I want to start my coaching business.
Yeah.
What are the steps?
Okay. Give me the steps to starting a coaching business, but in the voice of Brandon Carter, give the advice that he would give.
Absolutely. Let's do it Brandon Carter style. All right, listen up. If you want to start a coaching business, here's how you do it. Straight up, no fluff. First, you got to get crystal clear on who you want to help. I'm talking niche down like a laser. If you're trying to coach everybody, you're coaching nobody. Find your target audience, the people
Pretty
you
good.
can serve best.
Oh, sorry. I just hear me talk. Okay. Yo, listen, that's actually better than I thought. Because the ChatGPT 4, it would, if I said talk like Brandon Carter, it'd be like, hey, yo, what's up, y'all? We about to get jiggy with some fly coaching advice. That's how ChatGPT 4 was doing.
The thing is, it's transcribed all
That shit was like, yo, first you got to get crunk with your niche. You got to pick these mofos. Because if you talking to everybody, you ain't talking to nobody. Straight up. That's how she used to talk. But ChatGPT 4 is better. All right. Well, anyway, here's the thing. We'll edit that out, the real video. But here's the thing. You know, it's certain cultural nuances that AI doesn't have just yet. And then you got to do the whole campaigns, right? So, but AI can really help somebody with that. Somebody still has to work the AI. Right. And that is the creative director or brand strategy. So AI will not replace his job. It makes his job easier. Right. And somebody has to learn how to run it. The seventh skill, the seventh high income skill that will not be replaced by AI is actually leadership and team management or even project management. Right. This is very important. This is very important because guiding teams towards a goal or a vision, it requires leadership and relatability that is difficult to get out of a machine, right? And especially like project management, somebody has to be in charge. So a project manager is almost like the coach for a team. Right. Remember, we saying AI can't replace coaches. It can give you knowledge, but it can't replace coaches. And some free resources to learn project management. That's where I would start with this. If you're just starting, you can go to Coursera. Hey, motherfuckers. Hey, this is the third one, but they have. Hold on, let me.
Absolutely. Let's keep rolling.
Whoa. I'm not talking to you anymore. See? See? So if you go on Coursera, there's a lot of project management courses that are free. Hey, this is from my alma mater, Howard University. Boom. Howard University Project Management Essentials, and it's free. Hey, I went to Howard. Hey, that's what's up, man. I didn't know they was on Coursera giving out game. You know what I'm saying? Giving out game. You know how much I paid for this game? All right. Or you can, Google has one. Google has a few project management, right? Foundations of project management. Hey, girl. And Google, they have a few of them. Right. So you can learn a lot of this on Google. right? I mean, you can learn a lot of this on Coursera, and you're gonna and how you enter the game. And once you learn it, once you have some experience, you get some of these certifications, then you can start applying for jobs, man, entry level jobs. But the income potential of this is like, you can make 6 figures being a project manager for the right team, multiple 6 figures, in fact, right? And you to become a better leader, you might want to join some organization like Toastmasters or something, which is free. I believe it's free, right? So you can learn how to speak more, speak better, because a leader has to speak, right? All right, bonus rounds, negotiation, right? People who negotiate deals and negotiate on behalf of companies, that's not going to be replaced by AI if you can learn that, right? Networking is another skill that AI cannot replace, right? You can't replace, but AI can help with that. AI can help you with that. It can help draft emails and draft writing shit. I actually don't send anything in writing to anyone until I have ChatGPT correct it for me. Then I got to take out the fucking dashes, that stupid ass dash shit. All right. Public speaking is another field that will not be replaced by AI. Not yet, at least. Not yet, at least. And fun fact, YouTubers, right? That's another bonus. YouTubers can't be replaced by AI, not to make money, at least, because Google will not pay AdSense for all AI content anymore. Thank God. I thought the machines was coming for us right away, man. But we safe for now. So these are the AI. These are AI proof because they're deeply human, right? A lot of these require human connections, or they require somebody to run the robots, to herd the robots and make them do shit. You know what I'm saying? These are AI proof skills. Again, if you want to be a coach, an online fitness coach, I'm doing a live training on Wednesday where I'll show you exactly how to do that, to give you the whole game, start to finish. All right. And AI definitely helps make this job so much easier. Man, it's so much easier than it was when I first started. All right. Hey, AI helped me write this script for this video, right? See how much it's easier now. It's easier now. It didn't write it for me. AI ain't this fucking hilarious and charming and sexy. AI ain't sexy. Well, Gronk gets sexy if you wanted to. Anyway, click the link, sign up for the free training. All right. Boom. I think we got a super chat.
Yes, we got Leonardo back about the podcast episodes, like Let's Master This Life, since this episode is about mastering life.
Shout out to you, Leonardo. Hey, who wants to start making some money? All right, first of all, like the video, guys. Hit the like button. I'm giving out free game, and we're about to give you some more free game with the homie Young Candlestick in the market update. Yo, what up? What's going on, man? I am Brandon Carter, King Keto, and I'm here with my dog, Young Candlestick. And we talking about the market update, what's been going on in the market, man. Yo, we starting a new YouTube channel.
That's exciting.
This is probably going to be the first video. I'm going to take this and put it on the new YouTube channel. So say what's up to all the new Victinators.
What's up, new Victinators?
We're going to start a finance channel, a trading and investing channel.
Hell yeah.
It's probably going to be the first video. So don't fuck this up, Greg.
Oh, all
man.
Right, let's go. I love some pressure.
Yeah, pause.
I know, right? The last time we were talking about the market update, there was one stock I wanted you guys to focus on. One stock. Do you know what it is? Type in the comments. Do you remember, Brandon?
No, what was it?
We actually bought this stock.
Oh, that's right. You was talking about the motherfuckers who got shot. The motherfuckers.
Yeah.
The
CEO who got shot.
Yeah, man, they must have a new CEO now, man, because that stock is going crazy.
Yep, and we bought this stock before Warren Buffett did.
Yeah, we did.
This is United Healthcare. It's one of the largest insurance companies in the United States. And right now, the stock is up over 10%.
Come on.
I sent out the alert to Victory Trades members on Monday saying, hey, I'm buying UNH shares and I'm buying call options. And right now, the stock is up 10% after hours.
Come on now.
So we're going to be waking up to 100 to 300% gains tomorrow. I'm going to likely lock in half profits and leave the rest as runners. That's what I like to do when I'm up on a trade. And also, if you want to, you can just exit fully and just wait for a new dip. But Warren Buffett just took a large stake in UNH. He bought more.
And we said this shit. We were talking. We was talking about this. You brought this stock to our attention earlier in the week on Tuesday.
Yeah, on Tuesday.
Live on the podcast. Go check the fucking videos.
Watch the replay.
He said it.
And what's the biggest reason? Why am I buying UNH? Let's talk about this setup. So UNH was well below fair value. So stocks have certain fair values, and it's based on the earnings that they have. It's based off fundamental analysis. It's based off the macro environment. And these nerds, these chartered financial analysts, they crunch a bunch of numbers, and then they get a number, and they say, hey, the stock is worth, over $500 per share. So when you keep the stock well beneath that, it's sitting at 300, 280, 235. Okay, now we have a fundamental thesis. Now step 2, we know that it's below fair value. Now we need a technical setup. So what's the technical setup? I really love RSI bullish and bearish divergences. And so the RSI on the daily time frame was showing what's called a bullish divergence. The relative strength index, it measures speed and momentum of price over any given period. In this case, the last 14 days. That's the standard RSI setting, RSI 14. And whenever the RSI gets above 70, that's telling you that the stock is overbought. People are just buying blindly. It doesn't mean that it can't drop, that it's going to drop. It just means it's getting a bit up there. Guess what? When the RSI was overbought, boom, stock gets absolutely clapped. Earnings exacerbated that drop. Then we got oversold, super oversold. The RSI was at like 15. Guess what? You get a bounce. We took another trade right dead at the lows.
Yeah, we did.
Profits. Yep, boom. And ever since then, UNH has kind of just gone sideways and just bleeding off. But guess what? When the stock price makes a lower low, listen to me, write this down. When the stock price makes a lower low and the RSI makes a higher low, HL, that's a bullish divergence. It's telling us it's selling off on weaker momentum. The sellers are losing their strength. And that's what moves share prices, the imbalance of supply and demand. So eventually a stock gets low enough, there's not enough sellers at these low prices. All it takes is a little bit of buying, a little bit of short covering, and then boom, you get this squeeze. So this was one of the best trades of the month. I'm excited to take profits tomorrow morning.
Let's go. We did that shit, man. Shout out to you.
And I'll be breaking down crypto in a bit. I briefly want to talk about the S&P 500. So the S&P 500 laid a fat ass goose egg. Basically, it just went nowhere all day. Up 0.01%.
Yeah.
And we were trading live this morning, Brandon, and PPI was dumping the market. That's that red candle. If you look at this, like it just straight down. But as soon as the market opened, the dip buyers came in to save the day.
Bro, and then we went long a few times, pause, and we made a lot of money, man.
You were calling out some really good trades, some dip trades.
Well, nah, man, I was killing it this morning. I felt like I felt like I couldn't lose this morning.
It's crazy too, because it's also one thing to like call it, and then it's another thing to trade it perfectly.
Yeah.
It doesn't always line up, but still, it's good to see those call outs like playing out. You're like, okay, I'm in rhythm. I'm in the flow, So
those of y'all know, we trade futures every day with the Victory unit in the Discord. We share our screens, we call out our trades, and all the Victinators made money today, man. It was lit.
That's exciting. Hell yeah. Crushing it. And
if you want to trade with us, man, you can join Victory Trades. The link is in the description.
Come check it out.
You can trade with us, and you get Greg's call. So you can trade futures with us every morning live, and then you also get straight to your phone. You get Greg's trade alerts, right? And they're mostly options plays that I made a lot of money with Greg's trade alerts.
More to come, Brandon. We're just getting started. We're just getting started. And yeah, you'll get those trade alerts like UNH long, UNH calls, where I'll talk about some other stocks that I'm long on. We also took profits on ISRG. That was a really good trade. It was a 40% gain in just 4 trading days. Super simple. You can do that with options. But when we're looking at the S&P 500, it was really just choppy. There's not a lot of opportunity here. Sure, you can kind of like buy the low points, sell the high points, but the real money is in these individual stocks like UNH. Google, I really like long. You know, Google, it's pressing towards all-time highs. All-time highs
getting there.
7. Google is my largest investment, my largest long-term hold. And if Google could ever like get down to 180, I'd like to buy a lot more Google shares. But for now, I'm just kind of lightly playing the long side. If we break above today's high, there's a very good chance we could potentially even see all-time highs tomorrow. That's if we break above today's highs. Okay, so the individual stocks, those are the ones that are moving. You know, look at Amazon. Big dump after earnings, consolidates a bit, nice breakout.
Yeah, people just bought the dip.
Yeah, you can either buy the dip or you can buy the breakout, which started yesterday.
Yeah.
And today that breakout was confirmed when we gapped above this resistance point. Whenever you gap above a resistance, there's a higher probability of what's called a gap and go day, where it gaps up and then it just runs all day because all sellers are clapped. All sellers are underwater. When a seller or a short seller bets against a stock, they've got to buy at higher prices to cut their losses. Just like if you buy a stock and it dumps, to cut your losses, you have to sell.
You have to sell it,
Yeah, and that kind of exacerbates the selling momentum. And so really understanding supply and demand is the key to trading. For investing, you really need to understand the fair value of stocks, and you want to scoop up good deals when it's well beneath its fair value.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well.
And if you can combine fundamental analysis plus technical analysis, you're putting the odds in your favor, and that's how you can generate returns in excess of the benchmark called alpha.
Come on.
So you always want alpha in the markets. So where's the next opportunity? We talked about some of the stocks that we have traded. One sector that I'm looking at is the XBI. This is the biotech sector. And the biotech sector is just starting to break resistance. The volume's looking pretty good. And so I'm looking for XBI longs, XBI leap call options. And I think that this sector short term can potentially get up to 94. It's currently at 89. But longer term, I want to see if XBI can maybe get up to 124. That represents...
That's just one of the craziest sectors, man.
It is.
The biotech, that's where it gets fucking crazy.
It is. But, you know, that's why I like the ETF. It's a basket.
Yeah, it's a little safer,
instead of just picking one stock. So you don't need to be as precise as when you're trading individual stocks. So you can do like credit spread trades, call option trades, deep calls. It's very flexible in how you can trade an ETF. And XBI is liquid, meaning you don't pay a lot to get in. You don't pay a lot to get out of the trade. And so I like it. That's what I'm watching right now. And then if you're just looking for like something that just is a little bit more stable, but pays like a nice dividend, look at XLU. This is the utilities sector.
Okay? I was going to ask you about some sectors. What you thought? You like XLU, huh?
Yeah, I like XLU. I'd like to see if it can maybe drop to this 83 level. Otherwise, there's a breakout over 86.50, but you get a 3% dividend. It has a low beta, meaning it moves less than the overall market. So if the market has a big down day, XLU is likely to be down less than the market. If the market has a big green day, XLU is probably going to be up, but maybe not as up as the overall market.
Okay. I like XLUC. I like XLC.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which is at all-time highs. I think today.
Good eye, Brandon. I love this. So the reason I love XLC, first of all, bullish, higher highs, higher lows. Graph goes from the bottom left to the top right. That's telling us that investors are committing their capital to this sector. And what are the two largest stocks that are in XLC, the communication sector? It is Meta.
Yep.
Meta, bullish as hell, broke out that flag, holding the flag still. Could it drop? Sure. The market's decently overbought right now. I wouldn't be surprised if we had like a 3 or 4% down day any one of these days. I'm not planning on it, but I'm prepared for it. But Meta, really good stock in XLC, and then Google. Google's the one of the other largest holdings in the communication sector. If both of those charts look good, might as well
saying.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's at all-time highs, but maybe the first pullback, or maybe not. Maybe the first down day, I'm gonna sell cash secure puts.
Yeah.
And then one or two things happens. I get a sign, cool. I buy it lower, or I keep that premium.
Yep. No matter what, that premium is yours, and then just whether you get assigned or not. It's so cool. And if you're looking at selling cash secured puts on XLC, take a look at the 110 strike. That's the recent support. Okay? So let's say you want to do that tomorrow. You know, the bid ask spreads are a little bit wide, so it's a bit trickier to wheel. Look, the
big ass spread.
Yeah, meaning that just means you pay a lot to get into the trade and you pay a lot to get out of the trade unless you can get a good fill on your limit order. It's a little bit more advanced, but you know, maybe even just buying shares if it hits 110, and then you can just keep averaging down if you're cool with that, if you can tolerate that risk. Yeah, XLC looks great. Good eye, bro.
Don't it?
Good eye. I love that.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely. So if we take a look at crypto right now, crypto had a down day. Gap down.
Yeah, didn't it? Yeah.
A little bit of a doji day after gapping down. Let's see if crypto just can consolidate and digest its gains. I'd love to buy IBIT, Bitcoin, and more if it could sell off. You know, maybe at least 10%. I'm a bit picky with my dip buys, besides just dollar cost averaging into it. If we take a look at Ethereum's been on a big ass run lately.
Yeah.
There's two good setups that I like. Here's this flat top breakout right here. Breaks out. Look, notice the rise in volume. People are paying attention to it. Investors are committing capital to it. And that's where you can get that sustained follow through to the upside. And then over here, consolidates a bit. Notice the volume decreases as it goes through its choppy consolidation phase. Okay, that just means wait. Okay, we're starting to break out yet again. Guess what? Volume comes back at least a little bit. RSI is a bit overbought on Ethereum, but if it could come back to the 4,000 level, I want to see if that can hold as support.
Yeah. Guys, just so y'all know, just in case y'all missed it, I remember I was shorting Tesla since the inauguration. I cut my Tesla short, just so y'all know, the TISM short. I cut that just so you know. It started to break out of that the symmetrical triangle, and I didn't know how far it can go. Yeah. And now, if I was going to go long on it like that, if I was bullish Tesla, like this would be where I'd buy.
Yeah, it's called the retest or the throwback. So you have this lower high channel, you have this higher low channel. The reason I call it throwback is that's what they teach us in the CMT curriculum. So if you're new
Greg
to the
has
channel,
a series 67. You know?
No, I got my series
65.
Yep, I'm not actually registered in the state of Minnesota, but I did pass the test.
Yeah.
The CMT curriculum makes me a licensed professional analyst, licensed professional when it comes to technical analysis.
Come on now.
The CMT curriculum takes about 3 years of studying and 3 4-hour exams. You got to have like professional experience and sponsors. Series 65 was pretty hard, but it only took like 4 or 5 months to study. And Series 65 just makes me eligible to manage client funds and give investment advice individually if you're working with me. But Tesla, perfect spot, breakout and then retest. So it's retesting the throwback zone. If this can hold as support, it's off to the races. If it doesn't, then it's back into the whipsaw range.
Yeah, I just wanted to get out, man. Like I made my money. Let me just get out of here. You know?
Yeah, there's another short on Tesla if it breaks underneath $300 per share, and you'll know it's getting confirmed if there's big volume on that day. That means there's a lot of eyes watching it. Volume, think of it as like the gas to your car.
Yeah.
It's like the hitting the throttle on it. Otherwise, it's just going to kind of roll based off where the hill is.
Bro, what the fuck is going on with Chipotle?
CMG, let's check it out. Crushed.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck happened, man? This was like, we made a lot of money on Chipotle like in the years past.
Yeah. I
think they lost their CEO a while ago.
You know, I just wonder, maybe they can't maintain their margins.
The thing is, the last 5 earnings reports were beats. Like they beat their last 5 earning reports.
That was Wall Street's excuse to sell the stock.
It's like it doesn't make sense to me. And they had it's like ever since they had a stock split, and it kind of just it usually right here, in my experience, stock splits are usually good for fucking stocks. It doesn't change anything fundamentally, but it's you can do different option shit with it. Because they're cheaper. And man, right? If I wanted to buy leap calls on it, I could do it for like way cheaper now. Because the split. So a lot of times that's a bullish catalyst, but not this time.
Yeah, the stock split actually signified the high, like right at the stock split, 50-1 stock split. So that just means if you had like if you had one share of Chipotle, now you have 50 shares of Chipotle, but it's at a cheaper price. And you have a really good point. It opens up the liquidity. The bid,
because this shit was like $1,000 a share or some shit. Yeah,
it was a big ass stock before.
Like, and I'm glad because I was gonna buy like before the split. Like I was long this before, like way before the split, and I was gonna buy like leap calls. Yeah, but it was like they were just a little more expensive than I wanted to be. To buy a fucking leap call on a fucking $1,000 stock. But now I could, I guess, but it's like, fuck, the chart looks so awful.
This gets back into the UNH strategy. Let's check the fair value.
Let's check the fair value.
It's $46 per share. So it's slightly underneath fair value now. Now it's only at a discount of like 10%,
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
So, if it can maybe get down to 34 now we're talking. That's the leap call spot, 34.
All right, so this is the thing, man. We're boycotting. Let's boycott Chipotle.
Let's go.
So let's start a boycott of Chipotle so we can buy the stock cheaper. Like, because if that's what happens when they fucking beat earnings over and over again, what happens when they miss earnings?
I know, right?
So I think we need to leave a nationwide boycott. Is that legal? For me to organize a boycott against a company in order to buy the stock cheaper, I would imagine there's some laws against that.
Yeah, I'm not an expert in that department.
Well, never mind. What I was saying was just a joke. I'm gonna buy a. They got a keto bowl. I'm gonna get one of those today.
I'm definitely gonna be eating my bowls, my double steak bowls. That's for sure.
Yeah.
With guac.
Yeah, you are. Fuck yeah, you are, Greg. All right. What's going on with HubSpot, bro?
HubSpot?
They sponsoring every fucking AI video I see on YouTube. Every video, every fucking asshole who talks about AI got a HubSpot sponsor where they're giving away prompts, a prompt ebook. I guess that shit ain't working. Because this shit is the market's at all-time high and they just can't stop fucking going down.
What's the ticker symbol on HubSpot?
HUBS.
HUBS. Okay.
HU bullshit.
Ooh,
yeah, right. And here's the thing, my fam. They haven't missed earnings in years. It's been years since they missed earnings.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
The analyst expectations minus 0.11 estimate earnings per share, actual 1.78.
All they do is beat earnings.
Like, I feel like the analysts need to get better at projecting. It takes two.
Yo, they beat earnings. They beat fucking earnings the other day, like a few days ago, and the stock dropped 6%. The fuck is going on over here?
Anything can happen after earnings. It's just supply and demand. Sometimes what happens too is like they'll beat earnings, and then a lot of retail traders will be like, "Oh, hey, they beat earnings. Stock is definitely going to go up," and they take big positions. And then
not so much.
The big institutions are like, "Excellent, we've got the liquidity."
The position they took was bending over. That was the position they took. Yo, I figured out what's wrong with Chipotle. As we were thinking, what's wrong with Chipotle? You go to New York, man. They got Dominicans and Puerto Ricans making Mexican food.
Oh,
that's the problem.
Maybe,
Yeah, they need to get some motherfucking migrants in that bitch. Cooking up the Mexican food, man.
Call them up.
That's the problem. Trump got rid of all the immigrants. Trump got rid of all the motherfucking authentic Mexicans.
That's it. They gotta pay.
I know a Puerto Rican bitch from Brooklyn when I see it. All right, you can't fool me.
That's a really because think about it. What if there's a bunch of workers that are working for super cheap at Chipotle? Then they get kicked out.
You know what I'm saying?
These Americans. Oh man,
they can put some Dominicans in there trying to fool me, man. Yo, Kalo K, dos scupo carne, por favor.
I gotta do that next time.
Yeah, man.
I'll film it with my Meta Ray-Bans.
Yeah. Kalo K, puta, dos scupo carne para mí. This is what you say. Dos going to say dos scupo carne para gringo.
Dos scupo carne para gringo.
Yeah, para gringo. Just say that. They'll love it. All right.
Now I know.
Yo, Axon.
Yeah.
That's been one of our favorite stocks. We made a lot of money on it. We caught the run up. And now it looks like, I don't know if this is a dip buy or everybody just took profit. It hit all-time high and just started plummeting.
Yep. So to recap what we talked about last time, I said there's a dip buy on Axon near 740.
You said it, but aren't you scared at how aggressively it hit 740? Like
it is pretty aggressive. You know, that is something to consider. It hit 740. It bounced all the way up to 770 for a 4% gain. But now that it's coming back to that support, am I really going to play for the double bottom setup?
You know what I'm saying?
I kind of want to just wait for a new setup. Like, you know, sometimes there doesn't have to be a trade. If it could form like a bull flag or like more of a constructive type of hold, that it's basing, it's curling, it starts to consolidate, and then.
But we were talking about this stock since like last year. We were telling people to buy this shit.
Beautiful.
When did I call it out? Because I called this out.
You called this out at 327. 327. Stock is at 752, up 130%.
Not bad. Listen, I'm thinking, yo, we wait until it hits the 200 moving average on a daily chart.
I like that.
Leap call options. Let's go.
I like that a lot.
Or cash secure puts, man.
Yeah, that would be a big cash secure.
It's expensive though. This is $1,000 stock, right?
Yeah, 75.
So
grand.
like
75.
You gotta listen. If you got 75 grand, if you got an extra 75 grand, burning a hole in your pocket, cash secure puts on Axon. I'm calling it right now. If you get a side, you'll get the premium. How much premium would you get for just one?
Oh man, so we would want to sell the 650 strike cash secured put, and let's just say you go out to September 650. Yeah. See, the bid ask spreads are a bit wide. You'd put up $65,000.
Yeah,
you get about. I'm just going based off the midpoint. You get about $400.
Oh, that's not very good at all.
No, it's not.
That's not very good at all.
Yeah, but that's kind of the support area. There's a 91% chance that you wouldn't get a sign. So there's a 91% chance you're just going to walk away with like $400, $500.
So you put up 65,000
for $500.
That's like fucking what date was the strike?
That's September 19th. So you gotta hold on.
So you can tie up your 65,000 for goddamn for a month.
You get $500,
and then you get what? Like, was that like 1%? That's less than 1% return.
You know, that's why you want to do this. You want to map it out because you're like, oh man, that risk just isn't worth it. Because what the
risk ain't worth it
or something.
Yeah. For a fucking point, I'm not gonna tie up 75 grand for a month to get less than 1% return.
Exactly, and that's
thank you. But I will buy it.
Yeah, and that tells us that the option premiums are really low, which means maybe you actually want to take a counter trend trade and maybe even look at something like buying a call or a call spread.
Yeah,
because that would be the cheaper trade to do.
Yeah, some sort of spread, right?
Yeah, some sort of spread, call spread, bullish spread.
Bullish credit spread, right?
Yeah, there's so many ways.
Or bullish debit spread.
Yeah. Bullish call debit spread. I would say let's just let it get to 650 if it ever does. And then you could do something like buy the 680 call, sell the 700 call. You're going to risk like $500 and it can turn into $2,000. You know?
Yeah, I like that a lot. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
That's a better risk profile. Cause like I love finding these like cheap trades. Like today I posted an SPX butterfly in victory trades.
You didn't text that to me, Gregory.
This one was not a high probability trade.
Okay,
kind of like I'm not super confident. I'm just letting you guys know that I took it, but I'm not going to manage.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, you did the right thing.
But this was an SPX butterfly that turned $200 into $650, and basically when you're doing a butterfly, you just basically pick the range that you think the market's going to close in. So if it closed in this green line, $200 turns into $1,000.
Now, why do a butterfly over a iron condor? Isn't it the same like idea?
It is. It basically is. You would just basically sell a bullish put credit spread and sell a bear call credit spread. It's actually pretty much the same thing.
Yeah. So why do you pick one or the other? I'm genuinely curious.
Generally, a butterfly, it's lower in cost and lower in probability, but higher in payouts. Iron condors are higher in cost, higher probability of payout, but a lower payout when you win.
Got it.
Yeah, it really depends on what kind of risk profile you
your
want.
Risk profile.
Your risk profile.
Yeah. CrowdStrike. Last one. CrowdStrike.
I'm bullish on CrowdStrike and PanW. Longer term. Short term, it's looking like a bit weak. I would wait for the 200-day moving average.
It's close, man.
Yeah. $400 a share could be a potential dip buy. Earnings are on August 27th. This week, we Victory Trades members profited off of buying PanW. We waited for it to break this bullish wedge. Bullish. Boom. We bought this at about 174.60. Took profits right at 181, right at the high. Boom. Little game. I like PanW and CrowdStrike longer term. Short term, the technical chart's a bit goofy. PanW's fair value is about $220 per share. So it does have potential 27% upside.
Yo, CrowdStrike got earnings on the 25th, man. We gonna gamble, man.
I can set you up with an AI trade. You know, AMD was a profitable earnings trade right there, selling bear call credit spreads. Boom, max profit. Let's check it out. I'll wrangle AI and see if we can set up like a spread trade or a butterfly.
Yeah. I did a strangle on that Palantir.
Oh, you crushed Palantir.
Come on now. If y'all don't know what we talking about, join Victory Trades, man. You can learn all those option strategies, like the strangle, the motherfucking the iron butterfly.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Iron condor.
I'm about to say iron condor. The iron condor. You know what I'm saying?
The jaded lizards in there.
Come on, man. we stay throwing these option shits out, man. And you can trade with us. We trade futures every morning, man. Yeah. Every morning, you know.
It's exciting.
I made 50 grand. And the way we trade futures is we use prop firms. We don't even trade futures with our own money. We show you how to get set up with a prop firm and how to pass the evaluations. And we had a lot of Victory Trade members pass evaluations recently.
Oh yeah, definitely. They're loving the mixture of like the King Keto strategy and just like me commenting on the market each and every day.
Yeah, man.
There's something for everybody. Like, here's what the trade alerts look like. Like, hey, taking profits on this. I'm giving some updates. Hey, UNH update. The call spread's up $100. You can take profits if you want, but I'm holding. So it's pretty flexible. Yeah.
Yo, listen, man. Listen, guys, if you want to join Victory Trades, hit the link in the description. And does Greg have any chats or not? No super chats for you, Greg. But it's all good, man. It's all good. All right, bro. I'll let you.
Peace.
I think there is a super chat up in there though.
Yep. Geek Monster Gaming.
What up, Geek Monster?
Says, Proverbs 21:5. The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance.
Yeah.
But everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty.
Yeah, man. That you know what I'm saying? Come on now. That's a good Bible verse. You know what I'm saying? That's got me motivated. And I know some of you motherfuckers lack motivation. You all fucked up. So I'm gonna give you some habits to turn up your motivation. You ain't motivated. You like a little snuffleupagus motherfucker, man. You all hold up. You ain't motivated. This video is gonna change that. We're gonna amp up your motivation. I'm gonna give you the keys to actually manufacturing motivation. Now, here's the thing. It's become really common on the internet to say, you don't need motivation. You just need discipline. And I could yell that at you like a budget David Goggins. However, and I've probably said shit of that nature in the past. The truth is, though, you can actually manufacture motivation, right? Because motivation is just an emotion, and you can control your emotions, right? And if you can manufacture motivation, then you don't need discipline. Because here's the thing. Discipline means you're going to do it no matter what. You're going to grind through it, and it's going to be difficult. Motivation means you're excited to do it. You jump into it, right? If you can actually be motivated and train yourself to be motivated, that's a lot easier than having to fucking fight your way through whatever you're trying to accomplish. So I'm going to show you how to. Now, I'm not saying discipline is bad. I'm not saying that by any means. What I'm saying is, if we can make the path easier, why the fuck don't we do it? And you can do that by manufacturing discipline. I'm going to explain that in this video. All right. Now check this out. Oh shit. Nima, I need the fucking plug. Give us a second. We having a technical difficulty. This is why people don't do their shit live. But I do. I do. Yeah, because I'm going to be drawing some shit. I'm going to get it in. Hold up. Hey. Hold up. All right, cool. So I'm going to show you guys how to manufacture motivation. All right. Now, here's the thing. Motivation. So you don't even need discipline. You still want to be disciplined. You can use it if you need it, but we want to keep our discipline. We want to keep our discipline in case of emergency, break glass, instead of having to fucking slug our way through everything. Like a goddamn, this ain't motherfucking He-Man. This ain't G.I. Joe. It's fucking real life. All right. Now, the key to discipline is actually the key to motivation lies in a neurochemical called dopamine. People, anytime you see somebody who's highly motivated, amped up, really getting after it, they're not using as much discipline as it appears, right? These are people who have high dopamine, right? Dopamine is a neurochemical that's actually responsible for motivation. You cannot have motivation without dopamine. Now, here's the thing. The reason most of you guys aren't as motivated as you want to be because you are squandering your dopamine on bullshit. Let me explain. Dopamine in your brain, even your brain, you have what's called like a dopamine reserve. You produce dopamine every day. You have a certain amount of dopamine. Go ahead and switch it. You have a certain amount of dopamine. This blue shit is going to represent the dopamine, and that's in your brain. The problem is when you do things that artificially spike your dopamine, you start to lose some of it, right? Some of it goes away. Right. So when you think about dopamine spikes, things that spike your dopamine, right? What happens is they spill out of that trough and they get dispersed amongst your body. And now you ain't got as much dopamine left. Right. This is why after you play a bunch of fucking video games, after you playing mind of after you playing fucking Call of Warcraft or fucking after you've been playing Call of Warcraft for hours, you don't have a whole lot of motivation to do like difficult shit, right? Because you've used up your dopamine on that video game, and the video games are super fun, super exciting. But anything that's super fun and super exciting causes a spike in dopamine followed by a dip because your body needs time to replenish its dopamine reserves, right? So it will replenish over time. The problem is you motherfuckers are consistently depleting your dopamine and you don't give it enough time for it to replenish itself. Oh fuck! What is going on over here? This is getting out of hand. All right. So, what are some things that actually spike your dopamine and leave you unmotivated? These are things like video games. I'm not saying any of these things are bad. I'm just saying that if you want to be more disciplined, you need to limit your participation in dopamine. I'm sorry, video games. Scrolling on the internet, gooning. Some of y'all gooning all the time. Some of y'all on the goon squad. You wonder why you're not. You wonder why you ain't got motivation because you got that bedroom. Looks like Spider-Man was in that motherfucker. You've been out there, you got goon juice all over the place, man. You've been out here web slinging. It looked like Spider-Man broke in your room and fucking started fighting villains. But it's really just you gooning. Here's the thing. Gooning spikes dopamine. You wasting your dopamine on the palm of your hands. So gooning, alcohol, recreational drugs. What else? What am I missing? Smoking, partying. Yeah, partying, nightlife, lack of sleep. And here's the thing: a lot of times, dopamine is replenished from sleep and rest. Right. So if you're not getting enough sleep, you're doing all this other bullshit, then you're not allowing your brain to replenish its dopamine reserves. Right. And you wonder why you're not motivated. The number one reason you're not motivated is because you're wasting your dopamine on bullshit. Right. And I'm not saying you can't do the bullshit. I'm not telling you not to fucking party. I'm not telling you not to smoke the OG Dro Kush. I'm not telling you not to goon. I'm saying get your shit done first. Then you can reward yourself with a goon session. You got to earn that goon. If you want to goon after a hard day at work, I ain't got nothing against that. As long as you get to sleep and let your dopamine reserves replenish. But you want to use your dopamine on your goals. It's very important. So anything that artificially spikes your dopamine, right? This is one of the reasons, I don't do any recreational drugs. I haven't drank alcohol in over 10 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, if I do play a video game, it's only when I'm doing cardio on my exercise bike. And it's only after I've done all my work for the day, So that's step number one. Stop wasting your dopamine on bullshit. And there's one more thing. That's important about this. If you're doing these things that spike dopamine, the actual contrast that you experience when you try to do the things that actually will help you accomplish your goals going to be too great, right? If you've been playing Call of Warcraft while gooning and you high, you got a joystick in one hand, you got your own joystick in the other hand, and you hitting the bong in between strokes. How are you going to do accounting after that? It's going to seem even more boring than it really is because you're doing all this exciting stuff. But if you refrain from that shit during the day, then you'll have more dopamine and you can channel that dopamine, that energy into the things that will help you accomplish your goals. The next thing you need to do is start small. Start small. I once heard a story from Tim Ferriss, and he said, man, he couldn't get himself to floss every day. Like he was like, man, I just can't floss, you know, and which is gross for sure, right? But he said the way he got himself to floss was he said, you know what, I'm just gonna floss one tooth. Right. And then he would floss one tooth, and next thing you know, he's flossing all the teeth. Right. Because all right, once you're doing it, and basically he's going off of momentum at that point. Because once you start doing something, you can kind of get into it. Right. So start small. If you got to write a paper, then say, hey man, I'm gonna do the outline right now. Right. And then you break your goal into small steps. With everything you're trying to accomplish, whatever you need to do for the day, break it into small steps. Right. And the way I do that is I break my day down into segments. So I plan out every hour of every day in my calendar. Every hour of every day is planned on my calendar. Let me show you. I'm not going to share my screen because there's some sensitive shit on there. But, oh. This is what my calendar looked like today. You know what I'm saying? There's something on every hour of every day. My day is choreographed, even when I go to sleep. Right? Even when I'm eating, my workouts. And what happens is a few things happen. It's like I know I'm supposed to be doing this at this time. Once I start doing it, then I get into flow. Right? And everything on my calendar is part of a bigger goal, a bigger mission. So I don't have to look at the whole mission, and because that can make you discouraged. Man, I got so far to go. How am I going to do it? That can be discouraging. But I just look at today, and my job is to make today a victory, right? And you do that by choreographing your day, right? So I have every hour of every day plan, all right. And another thing that does is it stops the bad habits, right? And the bad habits are usually these things that spike dopamine and leave you less motivated to accomplish real shit. So if my whole day is choreographed, right? I'm planning out my day. I'm not going to put video games on my fucking calendar. I'm not going to put gooning on my calendar. I ain't out here scheduling goons. But if I did schedule a goon, it'd be at night after my work was done. That's what you need to do. But I don't have to goon because my girlfriend got some big titties and she live here. So I goon in her vagina. That's what I call sex sometimes. Gooning inside my girlfriend. Nima, you weren't paying attention. That was funnier than your reaction warranted. No. It's fine. It's fine. Let's get serious. All right. But so if you schedule every hour, every day, almost all your bad habits if you schedule every hour, every day, you'll get rid of almost all your bad habits because you won't have time for them. Right. You'll be on a mission each day. Right. So you start small, schedule each day. And then the next thing you need to do is start tracking your progress, right? Because how do you plan out your day? Well, you take your big goal. Well, let's say you got this big goal, this trophy represents the fucking big ass goal. That's a trophy, right? You accomplishing your goal, and you map out all the steps you need to accomplish to get to that goal. This is a road. That's how you map it out, right? To get to that big ass goal, and then you break the steps up. And there's a lot of things you'll need to do every day to accomplish this goal, right? If you're trying to lose weight, you need to track your macros every day. Boom. If you have to work out every day, so you put your workouts in your calendar, right? If you're trying to get a degree, then you got to put study time in school in the calendar, right? If you're trying to learn a new skill, then you put time that you're devoting to that skill in your calendar, right? And then you track how much you do it each day, and then you don't have to look at the whole goal. You just have to look at what's in front of you and just make today a victory and the next day. And you start stringing together victorious days. And here's the thing. Once you start stringing together victorious days, then you get what? Momentum. You'll start seeing what? Progress. And that progress will do what? Motivate you. That progress will cause you to be more motivated. Anybody who's accomplished the fitness goal knows what I'm talking about. It sucks initially. It's awful. It sucks initially, right? Especially if you never trained before, you never tracked your macros before. But once you start making progress and you start seeing some of the progress, then you start getting what? Excited. You get motivated, right? And you start getting your dopamine from what? Accomplishing the goals instead of gooning, right? And you start getting addicted to that. This is how people get addicted to their gym. You can start getting addicted to any sort of success once you start seeing progress. But it starts with today. It starts with making today a victory. And if you start stringing together successful days, then you start making progress. And after a certain amount of time, that progress will be visible. And that visibility will be motivating, right? And even if you can't see the progress, the physical progress, even if there's not a physical manifestation of the progress, you'll see the fact that you're stringing together successful days. And then you'll know you're making progress and you'll start to get addicted to that feeling. You know you're on the path to your goal. This is very important, right? Progress begets motivation, right? And then the cheat code, the ultimate cheat code to motivation is the list of hate and the list of great. Let me explain what that is. So, some of you may have heard of Sigmund Freud. He was the guy who said everybody wanted to fuck his mama. He was weird, but he was also the father of modern psychology. And Sigmund Freud said, Sigmund Freud said that every decision everyone makes is they're moving towards pleasure, right? Or away from pain. This fire represents pain. They're moving towards pleasure or away from pain. This ain't art class. I'm just trying to explain something to you, right? That's why everybody does anything, right? So this is motivation, right? You're motivated to move away from pain or you're motivated to move towards pleasure. Now, right now, if you're unmotivated, the reason you're unmotivated is because you associate pleasure with gooning. Gooning, right? Drugs, video games, whores. Right? These are just examples, right? And you associate pain with hard work. Reading. Maybe working out. diet, etc. Right? It's not that you're motivated to do some things. You don't have a motivation problem. You're motivated to do some things, but those things are bullshit. So it's not like you don't have motivation. Your motivation just pointed in the wrong direction. Right? The way you change that is you change your associations with pain and pleasure. The way you do that is the list of hate and the list of great. So with the I don't have to draw it. The list of hate, here's how this works. You write down a list of everybody who talks shit about you, everybody who said you couldn't accomplish your goals, every chick who cheated on you, every chick who rejected you, everyone who ever did you wrong. And you look at that list every day. I start my day off with it. You know what I'm saying? And the reason is motivating because if you don't succeed, then the haters win. We can't let the haters win. Right? We can't let the haters win. And the beauty of this strategy is, and also, if you don't accomplish your goals, were they really hating or were they correct? If you don't accomplish your goals, then they weren't hating on you. It was just an accurate assessment of your capabilities. They were right. You're either proving them right or you're proving them wrong. And the list of hate will kind of motivate you. Well, no, the list of hate will definitely motivate you. Right? Because that's the only way you can punish these people, man. We can't punish them with physical violence anymore. So we got to punish them with success. Frank Sinatra said, the best revenge is massive success. Now, sometimes when I say that, some bitch will say, oh man, you shouldn't do it for her. You should do it for yourself. Shut the fuck up. If you had enough motivation to do it for yourself, you wouldn't be watching a video on how to be motivated, would you, bitch nigga? No. All right. Now you on the list. You on my list now for that shit. Thank you, because I needed that, right? I needed some more motivation, some fuel to the fire, right? And also, here's the other beautiful thing. It makes you invincible. It makes you invincible because what was a bad thing, right? What was negative, somebody talking shit about you, hating on you, cheating on you, you took what was a bad thing and you used it for good. You get what I'm saying? You took that energy and used it to propel you towards your goals. There's nothing negative about that. That's a beautiful thing. Now, every time someone hates on you, you're like, right? And now you get to go harder. You have more motivation to go hard. That's fuel. That hate gave you motivation to make you accomplish more. You get what I'm saying? A motherfucker made a video of talking shit about me today. Today I saw it on Instagram and I was like, this is good. I need this, man. I'm gonna give him something to hate on. He thinks he's ready to talk shit now. Wait till this time next year. It's beautiful. It makes you invincible. Now no one can hurt you by hating on you, right? Before you used to get sad when people hate you, or you would feel something. Everybody feels something. Anybody who says they don't feel nothing is lying, right? But now you take that feeling and you use it for good. You use it to accomplish your goals. You use it to set up a better future for yourself, your family, your offspring. Every time somebody hates on me, the investment fund for my son gets bigger because I go out and make more money. You know what I'm saying? The haters help me make so my son, if I died today, that motherfucker would be a millionaire. So I'm invincible now because of the list of hate. But it can't just be a negative thing, right? You also got to balance that with the list of great, right? The list of great. So this is what this is. This is the list of great. You imagine a version of yourself that already accomplished all your goals. Right? You write down every attribute that person has. What is he? How does he behave? Right? What are his habits? Does he follow his diet, or does he put anything in his mouth like a whore? right? Is that guy skipping workouts? Is this guy gooning and playing video games all day? Or is he focused and determined, right? How does he behave? Make it an extensive list. And look at that list every day as well. Look at both lists every morning. And what's going to happen is once you start acting in accordance with what's on your list of great, then you're going to get a positive dopamine spike. Then you get a positive dopamine spike, right? You're going to get addicted to that feeling, right? And it's going to be a positive reinforcement, and you're going to want to do it more because you'll know that this is the person, because you'll know that this is how you have to behave to become the person you want to become. Right. And it becomes a positive feedback loop because you'll feel that reward. And now you'll want to do it. What's it called? What's it called when you want to do something? It's motivation. This is how you manufacture motivation. You'll want to do it because you want to be the man you need to be to accomplish your goals, and because you want to shit on the haters. Now, guess what? You don't need discipline because you want to do it now because the list of hate and lists are great. And after repeated exposure to this list, what's going to happen is it's going to change your associations with pain and pleasure, right? So now, when you want to goon and play video games, you're going to associate pain with that because you know if you do that, it won't be in congruence with your list of great. And if you do that shit, you know the haters are going to win. The haters want you to not accomplish on your goals. They want you to play video games all day. The haters want you to chase whores. The haters want you to get drunk and high. You know what I'm saying? And you'll start associating pain with that. And you'll start associating pleasure with the things that help you accomplish your goals. List of hate and the list of great is the only way I know to change your association with pain and pleasure. And once you and make no mistake, your associations with pain and pleasure dictate all of your behavior. 100%. 100%. And if you don't change the associations, now you have to fight against it. You have to use discipline. And that can get fucking tiring. Right? Now you're working harder than you need to accomplish your goals because you have to fight through your old associations with pain and pleasure. But once you change your associations, it's not discipline anymore because now you want to do this thing because you get pleasure from hard work. You get pleasure from studying. You get pleasure from working out. You get pleasure from accomplishing your diet, and you start associating pain with chasing hoes, video games, drugs, and gooning. You get what I'm saying? And now you're motivated, super motivated. If you want to learn more about if you want to learn more about the one step about if you want to learn more about how to plan out every hour of every day, I'm gonna leave a video in the description of this that'll show you exactly how to plan out your calendar so you stay focused like a madman. All right, go check that video out right now. I think we got super chat.
Yes, sir. We got 2 super chats.
All right.
First, I'm going to put up Dylan says, starting to work 12 plus hours a day. Any small tips you learn from doing it that help you sustain it?
Make sure you get sleep. If you get sleep, you'll be good, man. You know, it's not activity that causes burnout, it's stress. But stress can be exacerbated by lack of sleep, right? So make sure you get sleep. You might need extra sleep. You might need fucking 9 hours, right? You really prioritize your sleep and you'll be able to do it, which means you're going to have to cut out some shit in your life, right? You don't cut out work. You don't cut out family. You don't cut out working out. You cut out the bullshit. Like when I was working, I work 12 hours a day now, on average, but it might be more than that. I've been working since 7, like literally working today since 7. So we on hour 14. You know what I'm saying? But guess what I didn't do today? I ain't watch no TV. I ain't play no video games. I ain't goon. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have to cut out the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it takes. That's what it takes. And I'm gonna be asleep within an hour. All right.
We got Steven. 20 Canadian dollars. This information is crazy. I'm going to take this, apply as much as possible, and come back to give some feedback.
Let's go, Steven. Let me take a photograph of that, man. Let's go, Steven. Let's get it. All right. Hey, that's it, man. Yo, guys, we do this every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Listen, if you're trying to grow your online fitness business, though, click the link in the description. Join the live training I'm doing on Wednesday. I'm going to break down exactly how to grow your online fitness business, even if you're not certified, even if you don't have any experience, even if you have a small following. I'm going to show you how to get your first clients. And I'm not going to sell you anything. Not going to sell you a damn thing. In fact, if you try to buy anything from me on this shit, it won't be done to buy. You're going to be very disappointed. It's going to be 100% free. All right. And I'm gonna stay on as long as I need to answer everyone's questions who's on there. And you won't have to leave a super chat there for me to answer your question. All right. Click that link in the description. Holla at y'all.